Law school sucks. My sleep schedule's awful. I'm eating like shit. Basically, my life's a mess. But I'm gonna fix it. First, I had to figure out where I was going wrong. After thinking it through for a while, I came up with 5 areas where I need to improve. They're diet, exercise, sleep, creativity, and money. Now that we know where I need to improve, it's time to figure out exactly how I'm going to fix each one of these issues. The key to making sure that I'm actually successful is making sure that I don't bite off more than I can chew. So with that in mind, I'm setting both long-term goals and short-term goals. First up is my diet. As you saw from the way that my apartment looks and how I look, lately I've been eating like trash. Cookies, delivery food, nothing that's good for me. My short-term goal is to stop buying shit like this and fast food and stuff like that, and start eating a bit healthier. My long-term goal is to get back on a diet that helped me a ton when I was younger. Atkins. Next up, we have exercise. Something that I desperately need. Lately, I've hardly been working out, and since school ended, I'm not even walking anywhere anymore. So with that in mind, my short-term goal is to just get active. Do something to exercise every single day, whether it be a little bit of yoga, going on a walk, or something that I've been neglecting way too much. Jiu-jitsu. I haven't been to jiu-jitsu in so long that I don't even think I remember how to properly tie my belt. So with that in mind, I want to get back into it. Another long-term fitness goal is to get back to the weight that I was at the start of this semester. Lately, my diet's been so bad that I've refused to even weigh myself and see how heavy I've gotten. Things have gotten to be such a mess in my life that the batteries in my scale died and I don't have any replacements. So we will find out exactly how much weight I need to lose when I get some batteries. The next thing that I need to fix is my sleep schedule. Lately, I've been both undersleeping and oversleeping. Undersleeping in the sense that I've only been getting 5 to 6 hours of sleep at night, and oversleeping in the sense that those hours typically come between 5 and 10 a.m. So I'm not getting up until 10 a.m. every day, but I'm also not getting the sleep that I need. So my goal here is to fix my sleep schedule. This isn't really conducive to a short-term and a long-term goal, so I'm just setting a rule for myself that I need to be up and out of bed by 9 a.m. 6 days a week. Next up is creativity. This is on the list because lately I've been a bit too focused on just making sure that I put out content and not really focusing on what type of content I'm making or if it's even good quality. The short-term goal is to make sure that this video turns out well. My long-term goal is to make sure that I'm scripting all of my videos and I write out a plan of action before I make any piece of content. The last thing on the list is money. And this can be broken down into 2 subcategories. 1 is spending, 2 is earning. Lately, I've been overspending quite a bit, particularly on stuff like food delivery and going out for drinks. On the other side, I'm also not making very much money. Right now, my only way to make money this summer is a part-time TA job through the school. My long-term goals for this category are 1, to start keeping a ledger again, and 2 is to get this channel monetized. My short-term goals for this category are to cut back on food delivery and unnecessary spending, and to get a part-time job or some sort of employment. Now that we have a plan, let's get to work. Starting by cleaning out my apartment. That is much better. Feels nice to be back on track, even if it's only a little bit. It is a couple of hours later, and as you can see, I got changed into something a little bit more comfortable. The main thing that I was focused on today is getting my diet back on track, at least a little bit. So instead of ordering out tonight, I'm actually making something here. I had this pork tenderloin that was defrosting in the fridge, so I'm going to pop that in the oven, eat that, and just probably chill out. I actually already scheduled a couple of interviews for this coming week. You'll see me go to those over the next couple of days, but for now I'm going to pop that in the oven and chill out. Morning. let's get to it. I was supposed to have an interview at about 3 p.m. It's not even 11 yet, and it got bumped up to right now. I haven't even finished my coffee yet, but I need a job. Interview is done, and it went pretty well. Just in case I don't get the job though, I actually have another interview lined up for tomorrow morning and one more for Wednesday. The one today was for a summer athletics coach for inner city kids. The one tomorrow is for a summer camp counselor, and the one on Wednesday is for a personal trainer job. Also, tomorrow I have a meeting with my professor that I'm TAing for. But before that, I need to finish my morning coffee, get changed, and do a light workout. Minor change of plans from what I initially said. I had an idea for a video which I already recorded and uploaded, but I have some very good news to share. While I was taking care of that, I actually got an email with a contingent job offer for the interview that I had this morning. So I'm going to think that through for the rest of the day and probably talk to my family this evening before deciding. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Now it's time to get changed and actually work out. I had just finished up that workout and it kicked my ass, which happens if you don't work out for a while. But now that that's done, it's time to settle in and do some work. Speaking of work, I decided to add a sixth category of my life to get back on track. Work. Lately I've been noticing myself spending far too much time just relaxing and not really doing anything productive. So with that in mind, I'm going to try to spend the bulk of my day doing productive activities. This means I have to limit the entertainment and the relaxation that I'm doing. I'm going to try and cut that down to 2 hours a day. That's the long-term goal. The short-term goal is to just start cutting back. Cut out an hour of watching YouTube here, an hour of playing on my phone there, and see where that goes. And then there are a couple of things that I'm not going to have any cap or time limit on. Those being reading actual books and when I'm hanging out with friends. With that out of the way, I still have a little bit more work to get done here, and then I still have plenty of cleaning to do. It is a couple of hours later and it's time for dinner. I'm very tempted to order some food right now, but we just started getting things back on track yesterday, so I can't give in that easy. So I guess I'm just going to have to make something here. Dinner is all done and I don't really have anything else to do for the rest of the day. So I think I'm just going to read and crash out. Morning everyone. We have a busy day ahead of us, so let's get to work. First up, we have a job interview. This is for a camp counselor position, which I'm honestly not super interested in, but I really need the money. And immediately after that, I have a meeting with the professor who I'm TAing for. So I'll see you all in a bit. Interview and meeting are both done. The interview went really well, but that being said, I still decided not to take that job. Instead, I chose to take the youth coach position that I got offered yesterday. That's because neither of these jobs were going to be the full summer, and this one was far more intensive. It was a summer camp counselor position where I would have had to spend 3 weeks of the summer basically living in a cabin with a bunch of kids, which isn't exactly how I want to spend my summer. Instead, I'll spend the summer coaching kids for about 20 hours a week and being a TA. So with that out of the way, I have crossed one of my goals off my list. I have employment for the summer. Speaking of the TA job, my meeting with the professor went really well too, and I'm happy with the course I got placed in. This feels weird. It's 1 o'clock and I'm already done with all of my assigned work for the day. I don't know what to do with the rest of my day, but I told myself I'd be more productive, so I guess I'll get started editing this video and I'll script another one. But first, I'm gonna meditate. It is a few hours later and I am done. There's nothing else that I can do for the rest of the day. I think I'm just going to eat and then read and chill out. Tomorrow's gonna be a busy day too, so I might as well just rest up and get to bed early. Maybe schedule some more stuff for tomorrow, but we'll see. Morning, everyone. We have another busy day ahead of us. First up, we have that interview, so let's go. I just got back and the interview went pretty well. I'll fill you all in though a bit later. First, I need to run downtown and take care of a couple of things. I just got back from my errands, grabbed myself some lunch. I'm gonna eat and then I will fill you all in. That was good. Let me catch you guys up on everything. That's better. First up, I know I said that one of the goals is to cut back on delivery and fast food and stuff like that, but in this case, I had a gift card, so it kind of balances out. Plus, I had just walked about 3 miles around the city running errands, so it wasn't that many extra calories. Now for the interview. It went pretty well in my opinion. It was typical commercial gym type vibes. The manager tried to make it seem more like it's a family and smaller community. Not sure if I'll end up getting the job. They said that they'd call me back by Friday and let me know. Other than that, the day has just been spent running errands and taking care of basic stuff. I went downtown to drop off an Amazon rental and pick up some prescriptions, and then just stopped and got some Chick-fil-A. I ran into one of my friends at Chick-fil-A, we talked for a little bit, and now I'm back here, and most of my work is done for the day. I had an idea for a quick magic video, so I recorded, edited, and uploaded that, as you can see by the fact that I have the cards and stuff still out. That's up if any of you want to go check it out, or if you missed it, feel free to. So yeah, that's all I really had going on today. I think after this I'm going to meditate, maybe script another YouTube video. It's a little bit later. I just finished a light workout, nothing too crazy. Push-ups, sit-ups, a little bit of kettlebell work. But yeah, I don't really have a ton else planned for today, but it's still only like 3:30. So I'm going to focus on editing that short that I'm recording today. And then, yeah, make dinner, read, and chill out. Most of the editing for that short is done, so let's make some dinner. Dinner is done, the kitchen is cleaned up, and I have nothing else to do for the rest of the day. So I think I'm going to just relax, maybe watch some YouTube, do some reading, and get to sleep. Before that though, I might finish editing that short, and yeah, productive day. I'll see you all in the morning. Morning, everyone. A bit of a slow start this morning, but still up before 9, so let me make some coffee and get in the shower and we'll get to it. Alright, I'm showered up, I've had my coffee, and I still feel like shit. I just feel drained today. Luckily, today's a lighter day. I don't really have to go anywhere or do anything. So the plan for now is to upload that short I was working on yesterday. That was a pain in the ass. The rough draft that I made yesterday and that I spent all those hours working on got corrupted, so I had to redo everything just now, and it took me like an hour and a half to get done. A lot faster than yesterday because I actually knew how I wanted things to be paced. For now, I'm going to do some writing. I'm going to work on some other YouTube stuff, and then in a bit I have a Zoom lesson meeting thing that I need to go to for my TA position, And I also need to email my professor for that. The TA training is done, and there have actually been some unexpected changes. But I need to take some clothes out of the dryer, so I'll fill you in after I fold them. So, where were we? Oh, yeah. They swapped me over to a different class. I'm not teaching the class that I thought I was. The other day, I met with the professor for that class, and he expressed some concerns that there might be a conflict of interest because it's a class I might have to take in the future. Apparently, the administration felt the same way, so they swapped me over to a different class, a class that I don't need to take but probably should, ethics. I reached out to the professor for the ethics class, and I'm trying to set up a meeting so that way I can get to work. Other than that, I'm going to spend some time just doing other YouTube stuff. The training is done for the TA position, and I only really have to meditate, work out, and that's about it for today. That made me realize just how stiff I am and how much I've been putting off doing stuff like that. But now that that's over, time to just study some Japanese and stuff and kill some time until it's dinner time. Morning. It is Friday. Let's get showered and ready. All showered up, and I have my coffee ready to go. So let's go shopping. Shopping is done. You guys can see kind of the haul back there. I'll go over what I got when I get back to my place, but yeah. Some dude stopped me because he wanted to talk about my car. I wonder why. Other than that, uneventful trip. All right, here's the grocery haul. This time I tried to be a little healthier, and honestly, the most unhealthy things that I got were some chips, because I plan on making some chicken wing dip, and 2 frozen pizzas. Other than that, everything else is pretty, at least moderately healthy. Some apples, some meat, some more pork, 2 loaves of whole wheat bread, sugar-free honey mustard. I love this brand. For those of you who aren't aware, they make sugar-free basically every sauce, and it's great for whatever diet you're on. Yeah, I'm going to finish putting this all away, and I'll see you guys in a few.
Mistakes are terrible. The mastery definition says that mistakes are okay. Learning cannot be maximized without mistakes.
It's been an eventful morning/afternoon. I got some training done for my youth coaching job, and then I just spent the past about 45 minutes on and off the phone with my management here at my apartment complex because they apparently didn't have me on file as having a parking space. So they gave it to somebody else, and were trying to tow my car. But that was my parking space. We sorted it out. I have to park on the street for like about a month, and then I'm going to get the parking space of my friend who's moving out. Workout and meditating are done for the day. Again, I hate to say it, but I don't really have anything else to do. I'm realizing that these past couple of days, the videos have gotten kind of monotonous, but that's a good thing. It means that I'm starting to get into a rhythm again and having a regular schedule. Being forced to find ways to fill the time is also a good thing. It means that I'm not scrambling to get work done. I'm actually getting it done on time and ahead of time in most cases. So with that in mind, I'm going to do some writing and chill out until it's dinner time. Morning, everyone. Sorry I didn't record last night. Trust me, it was just a boring night, but I do have a surprise for you all. This is Princess, and I'll be dog sitting her for the next week. For those of you who don't know, Princess is my friend Mark's dog, and he's out of town, so she gets to spend the week with me. Okay, it's been about a week since I started trying to get everything back on track. So let's go over how things have went. First thing on the list is diet. My short-term goal was to cut out junk food and fast food, and my longer-term goal was to get back on the Atkins diet. The short-term goal has been largely successful. The only junk food that I've really eaten this past week, or fast food, is when I stopped and grabbed some Chick-fil-A. Other than that, couple of snacks here and there, but I largely cut it out and I didn't order any food. So that is a big win. So goal number 1, check. Next up is exercise. And this is one where I struggled quite a bit more. I have been doing some light workouts, but far lighter than anything that I really should be doing. Only a couple of push-ups here, a couple of sit-ups there. Did a day of yoga and some stretching the other day, but I haven't done anything really intense or in-depth, and I haven't been back to jiu-jitsu yet. So for the second goal, I'm going to say incomplete. Next up is sleep, and this one has gone pretty well. I'm happy to announce that every single day this past week I was out of bed before 9, and a couple of days I was even up around 7:30 to get ready for interviews. What I'm not so happy with is how much sleep I'm getting. I've been falling asleep about 1:30 every morning, and that is just too late. So that's still something that I need to work on. But the fact that I've gotten up early this entire week, I'm willing to announce this as a success. Next up, we have money, and this was cut up into 2 different categories. One was spending and one was earning. Spending has gone fairly well. My short-term goal with spending was to cut back and cut out all of my unnecessary spending on stuff like delivery and going out drinking, which I'm happy to report I didn't do either of those this week. So the only money that I spent this past week was on necessities. On the earnings side, I had multiple job interviews, took a job as a youth coach, and I also started my TA summer job. So I'm happy to announce that money and goal number 5 in general has been a success. And last but certainly not least is productivity. The short-term goal was to just cut back on how much time I'm spending doing stuff that's not productive or helpful. The short-term goal I have definitely achieved. I've cut back severely on my time spent sitting around watching YouTube and doing nothing, and I've massively increased the amount of time that I'm working. When I'm done with my work for the day, I've also been doing stuff that's more productive, like reading a book or scripting another YouTube video. So this one as well, I'm going to count as a success. Let's talk about how this week went in general. At the beginning, things were a little tough. I wasn't used to doing so much work, and it was hard to find the motivation to follow through on these goals. I would finish doing one task, and instead of jumping straight to the next one, I'd think of excuses and want to stop, and I'd have to sit there and actively make myself think about why I'm doing this again. And it's because I want to make my life as fulfilling as possible. So that means making the sacrifice and actually putting in the effort even when I don't want to. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was in a bit of a groove. I had work that had to get done early in the morning, so I'd get up, get straight to it, and even if I didn't want to get out of bed, once I was out of bed and working, I'd stick to it until the day was over. It honestly feels great. I'm very happy that I did this. I got a lot of work done. I feel like I'm a lot more on track than I was just a week ago. I still need to improve. This week kind of opened my eyes as to how much further I really need to go to get myself back on track. So I'm going to stick with this, and you guys will see my journey over the summer. I hope that you'll stick around for this journey with me. And one last small favor, if you have the time, like, subscribe, and leave a comment about how you are trying to make your life better. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.